it's been a little up and down for Chris Evans, you know, in the aftermath of deciding he was ready to leave the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You know, he was like, I've had my fill, Captain America, it's good, but I want to go be a movie star. I want to stand alone outside a franchise. I want to do my own thing. There's been some misses, a couple like okay successes for him, but a couple big misses like the Lightyear disaster, like Red One at the box office, all of this other stuff. Well, Chris Evans, a lot of people say, is he really a movie star? Blah, 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 all that question. Apparently, there's one reporter that doesn't think so. Because Chris Evans was at the Toronto International Film Festival. And by the way, it does look like he's in pretty good shape. Like he might have potentially been filming a different movie to return to this universe that he left. Possibly. You never know. Just maybe. He's been working out a little, Jay. I don't know. But the story is about this new movie that he's going to be in with Anya Taylor-Joy. Interviewer stuns crowd with Chris Evans' failed actor question ahead of the new movie. So to put this in perspective a little bit, this new movie called Sacrifice, Chris Evans plays a failed actor, right? Somebody who was trying to make it, couldn't make it, is a failure, is a failed actor. And the reporter basically says, hey, did this one hit a little close to home? Considering you're, you know, a failed actor. That's basically what this reporter asked. And you can see Anya Taylor-Joy's face when she asks the question.
Concerns with playing a part that was potentially a bit closer to home, or if
you hear that, or do I need to make
Yeah, I can hear it.
Felt like it was going to take. I don't imagine you in a bathroom on your phone trying to go viral. I'm so sorry. Or you were there are any concerns about it shaping the fictional world of the film?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, listen. Obviously, at face value, there's a little bit of an overlap, but and that could be part of the reason why you might want to play the role. But when I read the script,
hey, this thing, you're playing the part of a failed actor who, you know, really fell off and, you know, didn't become what he thought he would be. Does that hit a little too close to home for you? Did you have any worries about taking this role? That's such like a wild thing.
I know. I asked a question like that. I mean, I guess he handled it like a pro, huh?
Look, as many problems as I have with Chris Evans pushing his politics and, you know, saying that the reason Lightyear flopped is because of bigots who are dinosaurs that will fall off, like all this stuff. I actually do think he handled it very well. And he would kind of go on to explain a little bit what he meant by that, like what he means by the character.
Sure, yeah, I mean, listen, obviously at face value, there's a little bit of an overlap, but yeah, that could be part of the reason why you might want to play the role. But when I read the script, what I saw was I saw, you know, Mike Tyler as a character that's suffering. You know, it's not just that he's an actor and that we can connect on that level. I saw a guy that was at a crossroads in his life where he was looking to wake up. He didn't even know he was asleep. And to me, you know, I mean, I've made movies about a lot of different topics, and they always say, who said this? Julianne Moore had a great quote. She said, the audience doesn't come to see you, they come to see themselves. And for me, this character, Mike, he could have been a plumber. It was about a person who was at a point in his life where the old familiar patterns weren't working anymore. And
so that's kind of his response.
Pretty generic. Yeah.
He would repeat a couple of those things. Yeah. Overall, when someone's like, hey, you're a failed actor.
Yeah,
you're playing a failed actor. Does that like rub you a little raw? Does that hit home a little bit? Certainly could have gone a different way. I think he handled it pretty well overall, but holy shit, what a question. What a question to ask Chris
Would
Evans.
You think he's a failed actor, though?
Here's the thing. He's been in, like, look, he was in Materialist with Pedro Pascal and what's her name from Madam Web, and that was good. That was a small budget rom-com that did very well for the budget it was on. He's been in an ensemble movie that did really well at the box office. In terms of a lot of his standalone stuff, it hasn't necessarily resonated with people.
No, 2 superhero franchises. You know, the big one being Captain America. I mean, I think it makes you wonder, like, how many people would love to have that career, at least. play a Captain America role, but they don't look at those Marvel films as like
as real.
as real. It's like
they don't
it's
look at them
cash.
as like
It's how I make my
respected in the
money.
industry. Yeah.
Yeah, it's how I make my money.
I think that here's what I think. I think he left because 10 years, whatever he spent in it, and he was like, hey, I'm gonna move on and I'm gonna do like things I want to do and like try to be a standalone actor, right? And I don't think it's worked out super well. That's why he got this question, right? This isn't us ask. This is a journalist at the Toronto International Film Festival asking this question. Okay, so I do think there is a perception out there. And look, if he had maybe become this A star that maybe he wanted to become or thought he could be outside of the support infrastructure, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, maybe he doesn't come back, right? Maybe he doesn't return. But I think it's obvious that he's returning as Captain America, even as much as people say, no, I'm not, I promise. Like, I do think it's pretty fucking obvious. But overall, I think he handled it pretty well. But what an embarrassing question to get asked.
I mean, you have to go back with all your friends. Did she really ask you that? Yeah, I guess I'm a failed actor because I never won an award or something. Who knows? You think he might be coming back as Johnny Storm?
He already did.
I know, but in the next one, you think it'll just be Storm and not Captain America?
I think 100% he's coming back as
Cap.
As Cap. However, I do think that there's a good chance in this first one he comes back as Nazi Cap, like Hydra Cap.
Oh, okay.
I do think that there's a decent chance that that's how he's introduced in Doomsday. He 100% is going to be back as the Captain America in Secret Wars at some point. But there's a chance, potentially, that he does come back as Evil Cap. Overall, I would bet that he just comes back as Captain America in Doomsday. That's what I think. But Chris Evans just getting called a failed actor by reporters. I can do this all day. He's ready. Did you see Anya Taylor-Joy's face though when that question got asked?
She's like, oh my
She's like,
oh my gosh.
Let's see if I can find it. Yeah,
they really asked that.
It really
Poor
hit
Chris
home playing yourself as a failed actor.
He's like, well, the guy could have been a plumber.
It's right here. She's like,
oh my.
What? Did it hit home a little bit? Holy shit.
Maybe should have just said, yes, that's why I took the role.
Yeah.
That's
Figured
why
it was easy to play myself.
It's easy to play myself. I took the role.
Figured it was easy to play myself.